Friday, January 27th, it's the ISBNsports.com Game of the Week as the Bremerton Knights return home to take on Olympic 1A Division leader Port Townsend Redhawks in a non-league affair at Les Heathorn Gym, while the Knights prepare to make a run down the stretch in their push for a playoff spot. Download game play-by-play and interviews on our broadcast podcast at 10 p.m. Redhawks, Knights, this Friday on your home for Bremerton Knights basketball, ISBNsports.com. All right, welcome back to the broadcast. K-Mac here, Les Heathorn Gym, Kenwill's Court. Well, it's 21-11 as we embark here in the third quarter. Trojans will be going from our left to our right. And, of course, the Knights will be going from our right to our left. Here's Ron back into the broadcast. Monzon will miss one for 5 feet. Gets her own rebound. Mitchell will get the rebound. Turn, spin, fire. And is tied up on the off of the rebound by Durda. Ron, you find that concession stand rather lengthy?
Actually ended up in a great conversation with the athletic director from Bremerton High School, talking about night programming and what we could do to get the teams as an overall better.
Hereford with the basketball, left-handed dribble, gets a pick from Lammy, who eyes one from long range and hits Hereford. The ripple into triple for Hereford, and the first points the Knights have scored in quite some time.
Really, the Knights just need to get together in offense here because they're doing a great job on the defensive end. Their offense hasn't done much.
And that's what they really haven't shot a whole lot from outside. Campana for three. The ripple and the triple for Katie Campana. 9 points for Campana. Counters the triple from Hereford. 24-14. Durda will drive in, baseline right, go for 5 feet, back rim, no good. And going after the rebound was Coleman. It will go off a Knight battling for the rebound off Gonzalez and out of bounds.
Yeah, definitely. Great, good eye by the official. It did sneak off of Yaxity's foot on the play.
24-14 as Monzon will bring the ball in the front court. Gets direction from Al Valencia, who once donned the Bremerton Knights shirt here at Les Heathorn Gym.
Wow, that's Knights everywhere.
Kiki Mitchell on top to Campana. Swings to far side to Matheny. Down to Mitchell. Drives in. Cut off there by Gonzalez. Monzon thought about a good three, but good defense again by Gonzalez. They worked the ball around far side, tried to dump it down far post to Matheny. Offers fingertips and out of bounds. A turnover by the Trojans.
That turnover and force was created because of the closeout by Liz Lamoureux on the shooter, forcing her to pass.
And Lammy will get the ball in the front court. Driving to the rack as Lamoureux hosts one up. They kisses up the window and hits. Liz Lamoureux, 5 points for Lamoureux, and it's 24-16 Trojans. Here's the front court. Here's a shot from near baseline off the mark by Matheny. Lamoureux yanked down the rebound. Almost clothesline by Coleman as she gets out from underneath the rack. Durda from 16 feet and hits. The Knights have come out firing.
There we go. We're starting to see some momentum now. The Knights are starting to get it and understand the type of defense that need to be played to create offense.
24-18 Trojans. Monzon with it, pattern dribble. Knights still in his own defense. Coleman back out on top to Campana. Near side to Monzon. Dumps back into Mitchell. Inside out play to Monzon. Good defense by the Knights. So drive baseline. Mitchell gets the pass from Monzon. Misses the shot, but gets her own rebound. Goes point blank range from the far side. Misses the shot. Long pass down to Gonzalez to crowd near baseline. Back on top. Intended for Durda, stolen away by Mitchell. Goes in, misses the lane, but there's Campana to get the loose change and laying up and in.
A poor example on the Knights getting back on defense.
Lammy from 16.
Get on the floor.
Lamoureux tried to get it, but Monzon takes it away. Long pass down, intercepted momentarily by Hereford.
Again, where are the white shirts? Why do we have more shirts at half court than we have underneath the baskets? Again, we're talking about those little glimpses of basketball where the Knights forget to play.
Monzon scores a one in. Here is Hereford here back going the other way. 28-20. Knights hanging tough.
It looks like Hereford is accepting the challenge and trying to do all she can to keep her team in the game.
And a timeout called, 28-20. Timeout called, 30-second timeout. Who scored that last bucket?
That last bucket on which end? Hereford. Alicia Hereford scored the last bucket on a runner.
As everybody knows, we kind of multitask here. Running scores, scoring, whole 9 yards. So Hereford gets her 2 for Hereford. 5 points on the night, for Hereford. During the timeout, take it. 30-second timeout, 28-20. Came back here with Ron Atkins here at Les Ethor Gym in Kenwell's Court. The Knights are trying to bring it to the next level.
Hey, they right now they've got to focus up. I mean, that's the only thing that's missing. They physically look like they can play the game. They're playing good, strong defense. It's just that they're having some mental lapses on the offensive end that's got them down by 8 with 4:35 left in the third.
Campana inbounds, and straight away Monzon working against his own defense of the Knights. Kick the far side to Campana on the elbow. Posting up is Monzon at free throw line, gets the pass, goes in, misses the shot. The Knights will pull down the rebound, but can't control it as Durda, and the ball kicked. And the possession will maintain with the Olympic Trojans. Knights just can't get their hands on the basketball and maintain possession.
Actually, even though it's a violation, that was a good kick by Michaela Durda because Olympic had the advantage.
4:23 to go here in the third quarter. So inbounds to Coleman. Long three from Campana from the far baseline, but the offensive rebound tracked down by Coleman.
Deja Coleman with another offensive rebound. She's just everywhere, really keeping possessions alive for the Trojans.
Campana drives into the lane from 13 feet and hits.
Pure shooter. When she went down last year, Olympic had some troubles. This year, they're coasting with her. Pure shooter.
What happened to her last year? Did she get hurt?
Yes, she had an ACL injury.
Oh.
That's why you see the big, bulky brace.
My main man, Ron Atkins, he knows everything that goes on around here. Durda will flash to the rack and score.
Great drive by Michaela Durda. Her jumper hasn't been falling tonight, so it's good to see her transition her game to the dribble drive.
30-22, Knights hanging tough here in the third. 3:35 to go. Monzon with it. Dumps it down to Matheny. Back out on top to Campana. And a Monzon a near angle. Finds camping right in the paint. Mitchell just turns and misses the free throw. Goes in and out. Off of the rebound, pulled down, however, by Matheny, and a foul called on the Bremerton Knights.
Again, we're going back to the box-out issue. It's fundamental basketball. You got to stay between the player and the basket. That pass should have never been made.
There's America Weather will check in with 3 fouls. Kiki Mitchell with 3 fouls.
An 8-point game with 3:22 left in the third.
Monzon for 3 on the inbounds. In and out, no good. Hereford will swoop up and pull down the rebound. And then reaching in and grabbing Hereford was Coleman. I believe she's whistled for the foul.
Great offensive rebound by Hereford.
Knights will inbounds underneath on the baseline, on the inline, near side, going from right to our left to some pressure from the Trojans. America Weatherford will go back to help out. Hereford will finally bring it across half court. Gives it off to Lammy. Lammy, Hereford, Weatherford, Lamoureux, and Durda, who turns, spins, and scores on the far post.
Again, like I said, Michaela Durda, look for her. She's hot. We're going to have a heat check here pretty soon.
6-point Trojan lead. Mitchell inside out to Campana for a 3. In and out, no good. Ball volleyed around, and Hereford will come out with it. On the run. Losing control of it momentarily against the defense of Mitchell. Sneaks across half court, gives it to Durda. Weatherford to Lamoureux on the baseline left. Drives in and loses control of it and out of bounds.
Unforced turnovers. Good dribble drive, but led to an unforced turnover and a change of possession. Olympic ball. Knights down 6.
That was nice. Everything went to perfection. Get the basketball, drove baseline, just lost control of it. 30-24, Trojans lead by 6.
And sometimes that's definitely just a look of an athlete just trying to do too much and just needs to slow down and make their move and finish.
Monzon will skip in the front court. Now to Campana off angle. Comes down and Monzon drives in. Kicks out to Matheny. Back to Monzon. Baseline right. Down to Mitchell. Near angle. Little driving kicks by the Trojans. Matheny goes up, misses the shot. Gets her on a rebound and sticks it back in. First 2 points of the night for Matheny. Opens up the 32-24 8-point lead. But on the inbounds coming back, a foul. And if it's on Mitchell, it's going to be her 4th, and it is.
Definitely on Mitchell. And on that last play, I definitely thought that the side of the basketball hoop was out of bounds. But I guess I was wrong.
Checking in for the Trojans is Bronny Triggs. That's got to be my buddy Greg Triggs' daughter. It's got to be.
It's got to be.
There's only one Triggs here in this town.
Liz Lamoureux with the dribble drive for 2.
Finally gets the drive and the completed finish for the scoring, 32 to 26. Knights hanging around. Campana drives in, swirls in and out, no good. Hereford will pull down the rebound.
Nice rebound by Hereford as she moves up through the half court.
Durda for 3, straight away.
And she was fouled. 3 shots coming for Michaela Durda on the 3-point attempt.
Great opportunity for the Knights to go to the free throw line to shoot 3, does Durda. And with the clock stopped. 32-26.
1:44 left in the third quarter as Michaela Durda takes her first free throw, and it is good.
So Durda hits the first free throw. Having a nice night is Durda. 12 points unofficially for Durda. It's the next free throw. Make it 13.
A game of runs. This has been a great game from the start to finish. It's been a game of runs, a 6 to 10 point run by Olympic, then a 6 to 10 point run by the Knights, back and forth through the quarters, and now we're 29 to 32 at 1:40 left in the third quarter.
3 big free throws by Durda. It's pulled the Knights back in within 3, 32 to 29. Here's a almost turnover by the Knights on an entrance pass, and they do give it to the Bremerton Knights.
Yeah. Referees there must have saw something that we didn't see, but I definitely know that the Knights will take the ball.
They'll take it. They've clawed their way back in it. And Hereford drives right, wide open, take the shot. Gives it to Lammy. Instead, post up is Weatherford. She'll spin, goes up to the left hand, and she is fouled. That's a nice play by the Knights. Get it down low to the big body of Weatherford. She turns, spun, goes up with the left hand, and is fouled.
Definitely. And also a really, really good free throw shooter. Let's see her be patient and see if she can get these Knights just a little bit closer.
Weatherford, first free throw, hits it. Brings the Knights within 2, as you mentioned, 32 to 30. 4 points unofficially for Weatherford. Next free throw is good. That's a nice touch from the free throw line.
Yes, she definitely has a soft touch for a center.
32-31. We have a ball game with 1 minute to go here in the third. Just when you thought the Trojans might extend this out, when they munched their biggest lead of 10, the Knights have stormed back. Trojans with it.
Good zone defense by the Knights. They're really spreading it out.
Nice pass underneath to Zoe Matheny, who turns to the rack and scores.
And unfortunately, sometimes good defense gets beat by better offense, and that was the case there.
4 points for Matheny. Hereford on the dribble drive goes up, and Campana goes up and rejects his shot. Comes down the backcourt with him on the run. Campana getting in her way is Lammy, but Campana goes coast to coast and scores.
Looking like Brianna Lammy was a little afraid to take a charge right there.
Lammy comes back the other way. She'll go in from 15 feet. Back rim till good, goes 16. Campana leaps up and with a rebound.
The Knights are dragging back on defense. It's a 5-on-3.
Weatherford finally gets back. Durda finally gets back. Monzon gives and goes underneath. Scoop shot by Triggs. Misses the shot. Ball on the floor. Long pass down at the end of the third quarter. Will not be able to get the shot off. But the Knights here in the third quarter run has kept back in it. It's 36-31 through 3.
A game of runs again. I mean, the Lady Knights did a great job on defense this quarter, no different than the Lady Trojans did actually in the second quarter. So we got a close one here. It's a 5-point game going into the fourth quarter, and we're going to see what both teams are made of in the last quarter here.
Broadcast is presented by All City Bail Bonds. We're back with the fourth quarter. Buckle up. Could be a bumpy ride.
Red Defender, you've got to help us. Mole Man has fired his darkening missile towards the sun. It'll put the world in shadow.
Don't worry. Too late to catch the missile. I'll just fly quickly around the Earth in reverse time.
The Red Defender begins to circle the Earth faster and faster until his momentum literally changes Earth's rotation on its axis.
I'm back, citizens. No need to thank me. Strange. It's dark in the middle of the afternoon. And where is everyone? You, old man, with a flashlight.
I was young just a minute ago.
I must have gone the wrong way and sped up time. Whoops. Sorry about that.
Saving the world isn't easy. Saving a life is. Just 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. To find out more, go to bloodsaves.com. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council.
I got to tell you, it's one of my favorite public service announcements. Oops, sorry about that, Chief. All right, 36-31. Hey, this is going to be a great fourth quarter coming up for the Knights if they continue what they did in the third quarter. Monzon with it, kicked the far side to Coleman. Campana drives in, 13-footer, leaves it short.
Deja Coleman with the offensive rebound again, hustling hard. She's been hustling hard all night to create extra possessions for the Olympic Trojans. She's a big reason on why they have a 5-point lead here in the fourth.
And a timeout call is be a full timeout called by the Olympic Trojans. Well, full timeout. Let Ron get the dip into his popcorn. I'm going to take a breather, and we'll be back here in 60 seconds.
So coming to the stage is a really funny guy. Y'all know him. Put your hands together. Give it up for George Wilborn.
Folks, why won't we go to the doctor? My uncle called, speech all slurred, complaining his arms numb. He calls everybody under the sun. Aunt Peyton, his old army buddy George. He even called my daughter Tiara, because, you know, she's got a year of nursing. Everyone thinks he needs to go to the doctor, including me. So he said, well, will you take me? I'm like, I'm on the road. He goes, I'll wait. Stroke's no joke. If you or someone you love have symptoms of stroke, don't call family. Don't dial a friend. Don't wait. It may be too late. Dial 911. Time loss is brain loss. Seriously, dial 911.
Learn all the symptoms of a stroke at strokesnojoke.org. That's strokesnojoke.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. Kevin Mack with Rod Atkins from The Next Level here during the broadcast. Good game, 36-31. Trojans on top. Knights will need some more of that magic they had in the third quarter, starting with defense and some timely shots.
As long as they get in the hands and the face of the shooters and still play in that comfortable zone, there's a scenario right there.
Campana, the ripple and the triple from the far baseline and hits. 39-31. Big shot from Campana. Lammy will dump it down underneath, has the ball stolen away. Stolen away by Campana, 2-on-2. Goes coast to coast, right hand runner and hits. Katie Campana single-handedly has given the Trojans a 10-point bulge with 7:18 to go here in the fourth.
Yeah, I'm starting to see the aggressiveness come back from the Olympic Lady Trojans and some of the passiveness coming back from the Bremerton Lady Knights. They're afraid of contact. They're afraid to take charges. They're not getting underneath the buckets and rebounding. There's a lot of things going on, and this game is in the balance right now. And great timeout by Ashley Robinson.
And, 10-point lead has equaled the biggest lead of the night for the Olympic Trojans, and the Knights twice have got that whittled back down, and now they're going to have to do it again. But they came out here in the third quarter and started hitting shots, and see what happens here. I should mention that it's a great timeout called by Coach Robinson. Regroup the cavalry and go, hey, plenty of time left here in the fourth. Just can't get underway.
Well, there's a combination that you can't have. You can't have lack of hustle and unforced errors. Those lead to fast point buckets on the other team, and Olympic definitely loves to get out and run.
Lori Shaw calling the directions in the huddle. Off to our right. Knights are waiting patiently on the floor. We got Lamoureux, we got Durda, we have Weatherford, Hereford, and Lammy, the five on the floor for the Bremerton Knights.
Looks like Ashley Robinson is going to eventually get his future into the game here. Number 14, Renee Doss, is a true freshman on the varsity squad.
And, what do you know about Renee Doss?
Had a great career in Pee Wees, played with the Lady Admiral program while she was in the 6th grade.
Nice stolen away by the Trojans on an interest pass, but Monzon misses the lay-in, but comes back from behind. Hustle play by Monzon, pokes the ball away from behind. And here come the Trojans with Campana with it in the front court.
Poor decision by Hereford. She should have passed the ball up court into the corner to Lamoureux.
Dump down pass to Meadows. Kicks it out to Campana. Misses the 17-footer straight away. 41-31.
6 minutes and 30 seconds left, and the Knights are going to have to come up with some offense here to get back into this game.
It's going to have to start with some outside shooting. I don't think they haven't had a whole lot of outside shooting tonight, except in the third quarter, and Lammy shovels the feet as she went to go off to the off angle. A turnover, another unforced turnover.
It's really been hurting the Knights all year.
Knights need to stop. Can't afford to fall too much further behind. Julie Lippert Trojan Monson swings in near side to Coleman. Back out on top to Triggs. Kick the far side for Monson for three. Off to Mark. Dirty will pull down the rebound. And off to Hereford. She'll call the play as she dribbles with the ball left hand across half court. Gets a pick from Weatherford. Goes in with her left hand runner. Kisses
And
off the window and hits.
Great job by Hereford. Really starting to take control as from the point guard position. One of the things I'm noticing about Olympic right now is that they're settling for the jump shot. With 6:02 left, they need to just continue to run that low post offense and take the outside shots when given. They don't need to force them.
Big free throw coming up for Hereford. Nice pull back with an 8. Left hand dribble. And the ball spin and the free throw. It rattles in and drops.
Great job by Hereford.
41-34. Plenty of time to go. 6 minutes to go. Monzon will speed in the front court, hand off to Coleman. Back out on top to Campana. Has Doss on her and the hand check foul, I believe, on Doss.
And that's one of the things that just Renee's going to have to pick up as she continues in the Lady Night program is Pee Wee's and Mountain View Middle School is a little different from the varsity level in the WIAA.
Monzon with it. Splits the defense, goes up from 10 feet, uses the window, but too strong. Doss will pull down the rebound, will spin out of trouble and hand off to Hereford in the front court. Knights going from right to our left. Weatherford working way out from below the perimeter, a little handoff pass, goes off Hereford's thigh and out of bounds. Well, you know what at home, say it along with me, unforced turnover.
Unforced errors. I mean, one of the situation there, Alicia Hereford's being very, very passive with the ball when you have one of the state's best athletes being aggressive, and usually a turnover happens.
41-34, 7-point Bulls for the Olympic Trojans. Campana with it. Working against Dots, fakes right, goes left, gets a pick from Coleman. Cross-court pass near side to Triggs. Jumps it on the baseline to Coleman, who goes to the rack and scores. 43-34, 9-point lead. High dribble by Hereford coming in the front court. The Jordan fakes right, goes left. Drives into traffic, loses control of the basketball. Here comes Trigg, out of trouble with it. Bounce pass on the run to Monzon. Fast break is on for the Trojans.
Showing that speed as she gets up the court for the easy 2.
11-point lead, biggest lead of the night now for the Trojans. Ball jabbed away in the far baseline.
One of the things that I'm seeing is that even when the Knights make plays, it's kind of a hesitation play. And when the Olympic Trojans are making plays, they're just having confidence within their teammates, making good plays and getting buckets.
45-34, the Lamoureux, the Doss for 3. Yeah, the mark no good. Monzon will leap up and yank down the rebound on the run. Out of backcourt is Monzon. Dump down pass to Coleman. Has a shot blocked by Durda.
Nice hustle by Durda and nice rebound by Lamoureux.
Lamoureux will pull up the dribble when she comes in the front court. Slows things down anyway and gives up the post to Durda. Goes to the rack, goes up and hits a shot. So Durda needs to do more. Drive to the rack and kiss it off the window and good. Back to a 9-point lead for the Trojans.
I definitely agree with you there. If they get the ball into the hands of Durda, their offense can open up and maybe they can make some things happen in this last 4 minutes.
4 minutes to go. Campana with it. Has Doss on her. The baseline is up and underneath to Emma Mendes, who has checked in. She goes up and hits underneath the backboard. Knights basketball. 40s. Well, there's a chance with 4 minutes to go for the Knights to score, and obviously will make it closer. But a little wiggle room with some defense, the Knights can get the job done.
Well, the Knights have shown that they can go on a run. It's just a matter of if they're going to show up on both ends of the court right now. No room for error with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game.
Lamoureux with it. Beyond the circle, put the ball down, goes in and is tied up on the play. Possession arrow will stay with Bremerton. Lucky for Bremerton.
Great play, great hands by the Lady Trojans.
And a 30-second timeout called in the floor, called by the Knights. Will oblige. 3:42 to go. 45-36 Trojans. Friday, January 27th, it's the ISBNsports.com Game of the Week as the Bremerton Knights return home to take on Olympic 1A Division leader Port Townsend Redhawks in a non-league affair at Les Heathorn Gym. While the Knights prepare to make a run down the stretch in their push for a playoff spot. Download game play-by-play and interviews on our broadcast podcast at 10 p.m. Redhawks Knights this Friday on your home for Bremerton Knights basketball. ISBNsports.com. All right, welcome back. K-Mac here with Ron Atkins here at Les Heathorn Gym. Well, 45-36 Trojans, and boy, if the Knights lose this basketball game, you kind of have to look back at the second quarter when the Knights didn't score a point.
Yeah, to only be down 9 and have a quarter where you didn't score any points, it's a testament to this game.
Lammy with it straight away. Gets the ball far side to Doss. Back out to Lammy playing catch. Swings to Hereford near side. Knights can ill afford to start using all the shot clock, but they have to get rid of it with 2 to 1 and be a shot clock violation.
Unforced errors again. You know, the Knights have shown unfortunately, the Knights have shown low basketball IQ tonight, and that's really been the issue. Not their play. They've hustled hard, and in this game, you're going to miss shots, but you got to know what to do in what situations, and the Knights haven't shown that they've been able to do that.
Knights need a stop here defensively. 45-36. Monzon will drive in. Just splits the teeth of the Knights defense, and Monzon lays it up and in.
She's going to take control for the rest of the game. She's going to make sure her team carries to the victory.
Hereford straight away. Gives it to Doss. Swings it to Lammy. Knights need to start taking some shots. Durda from 17. It hits. Nice shot by Durda. Pulls the Knights a little closer. Durda having a wonderful game. 47-38. Crowd starting to get into it with 2.5 minutes to go. And change. Campana step back 3. Off window, no good, but he off the rebound pulled down by Matheny. Misses the lay-in. Long pass down to Doss. Almost thrown away, now it is. Monzon on a 1-on-4 will pull things out.
She actually had the advantage from the way defense was being played, but she chose to slow it down.
Mitchell with it. Comes it down underneath to Campana. Swirls back out, curls back out near baseline. And Matheny. Mitchell, they'll post that Mitchell and kick out now for a long shot off the mark. No good that time by Coleman. Hereford.
The Knights can ill afford to slow down the pace. They actually need to pick it up and challenge the Trojans on every possession and every play.
There's a shot by Lammy. Air ball, and it will go out of bounds. Trojans basketball. Well, still time left. 1:55 to go, but Knights need to... I'm not questioning things here, but it should be kind of time now for a full court pressure.
Yeah, they've got to, like I said, they've got to pick up the defensive intensity. They can't afford to let Olympic just walk the ball up court.
And Campana just with a pattern dribble. Nobody even converging on her. Monzon near angle. Double teamed.
Nice double team by Hereford.
And, a bad pass.
Nice steal by Coleman with the layup.
The Knights' inability to keep control of this basketball could be the end of their demise with 1:23 to go. They trailed by 11, and that was the largest lead of the night, again, matched by the Olympic Trojans.
Again, it all comes down to execution. One team's executing and one team is not. That's often the difference in the girls' basketball game. And to reference Gino Ariema and the UConn Lady Huskies, it's the reason why they've won over 90 games in a row, because they execute.
And that's the Knights have not. Just to simply be blunt about it, they just have not been thorough on both ends of the floor tonight. And as we mentioned, our next rap song is going to be Unforced Errors.
Yeah, all right, it's the theme. It's the unforced errors.
Well, the Knights will huddle up and talk things over off to our left. And, the second quarter certainly didn't help. But, when I was doing Port Angeles and Bremerton last week, the Knights held Port Angeles to 1 point in Here's the second or third quarter. I can't remember which. And but Port Angeles was able to rebound from all that and win the game. That's been the Knights have not been able to kind of get over the hump at anything tonight.
And again, they've played great defense. There's only 49 points scored in 4 quarters. It's just that on the offensive end, they've made a lot of poor decisions and a lot of unforced errors, and it's unfortunate.
I remember the Sonics back again years ago against Detroit. Scored 8 points with 32 seconds to go. Not out of the realm of possibility, and that was before the 3-point line. So the Knights certainly show no hurry, though, with a regular little dribble to get out of backcourt.
Yeah, especially with how hot Dirt has been. And if they can get her open for some 3-point shots, they might have an opportunity here. But with 1:11 left, I still don't see the intensity in the girls. That's what's missing right now. I don't see the fire. I don't see they believe that they can come back with 1:11 left to win this game.
Dirt will inbound to Das. To Hereford. Push the ball down. Try to get the ball to Lamro. Drives in, goes up, uses window, but misses the shot. But Dirt will pull down the rebound. She has had a great game. Goes up off the putback and is fouled. You can't say enough how Dirt has played tonight, Ron. She has played a great game tonight.
You know, her and Hereford have played like they want to win. They've done all they can. Lamoureux has had troubles making some adjustments, and the Knights haven't been able to pick up any offense from anyone else.
Dirty hits the free throw. 10-point lead for the Trojans. Next free throw is good.
Okay, so it looks like the Knights here are coming out in a full court press.
Monzon will break it easily and curl out. But the Knights need to converge on her. They just can't let her, like you said, use the shot clock. Dump down pass underneath. Misses their shot. There's Matheny. Long pass down, but stolen away by Campana. Another unforced error by the Knights.
Unforced error. Liz Lamoureux just throwing the ball up, not knowing where it's going. She just can't play basketball that way in the clutch.
Campana is probably going to dribble the ball out. Knights are showing unwillingness to foul at this point.
Oh, nice.
Nice pick and slip. Scoring on the play is Coleman.
I believe that the Knights forgot about Deja Coleman tonight. She's been a problem all night.
Jordan pushed the left-hand dribble down, goes in, goes up, and gets it to drop. Boy, where was that all night? 51-42. Jordan scores again for the Knights. 4-3. Well, Katie Campana will be our player of the game tonight. She's had a great game. Katie Campana.
Great job tonight, Lady Knights. Great job tonight, the Olympic Trojans. Definitely Katie Campana. She did all she needed to do to make sure that her team stays in the lead. And with the Knights losing by 9 points, like you said, K-Mac, that quarter where they didn't score any points just really hurt.
We're going to see if we can't get Katie Campana real quick, like on her All-City Bail Bonds post-game show. Ron's going to scamper off and go get her. Katie Campana, 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, 15, 18, unofficially 20 points for Katie Campana tonight. Deja Coleman, 5, 7, 9, 11. Monzon, 3, 5, 7, 9, 14, 16 points. 16 points for that. Come right around here. There we go. Katie Campana is going to join us on the post-game show. Yes, right here. And here we go. I forgot I wasn't running a commercial that time, Katie, so everybody get all that. Hey, smile for the camera. Katie Campana, our All-City Bail Bonds post-game show here tonight as the guys come up big 51-42 tonight, and you're coming off a knee injury. Firstly, the knee looked good tonight.
Yeah, it felt good tonight too. It's really good to be back on the court.
And you had a wonderful game. I say like 20 points on tonight. Hey, the Olympic Trojans kind of held the Knights to no points in the second quarter, and that separated you two teams. That seemed to be the difference tonight.
Yeah, it was the second quarter we really brought down, and we really did some good defense, and I think that's what really was the game changer because it set us up for a good second half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This team that you're on here is just looking at, we have Kiki Mitchell. She got in foul trouble tonight, couldn't do much offensively.
Yeah.
But Daniel Monzon and Coleman and, of course, yourself and a few others, you guys have a well-rounded team.
Yeah, we really do. And tonight, Deja really stepped up big for us, and she put up some good points, and she played some really good defense, so that was really nice to see.
How has it been with the road back, with the knee to get back to where you want to play? You back 100% yet?
I'd like to say so, but it's been a hard road, but it's definitely been better with the support from my team.
And it was certainly a good win tonight here over the Bremerton Knights, and that certainly helps you guys in your positioning as you guys are eyeing to try to get the top spot.
Yeah, it's close.
Very close, within your reach. Well, good luck on the rest of the way out. Katie Campana, our All-City Bail Bonds player of the game tonight here at Leslie Third Gym Kiddos Court. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, there she is, Katie Campana. And a wonderful game tonight. The Trojans win it in fine fashion. They beat tonight's final score 51-42. As the Knights, well, just couldn't quite get the job done tonight in the second quarter when they scored 1 point. No points. Matter of fact, that was the difference in the game. They didn't score any points in the second quarter, but the Knights stayed in it throughout. So it was testament to their resiliency, but just wasn't enough.
I mean, Ashley Robinson's done a great job with these girls, really preparing them, and they've come a long way from Mountain View, where they spent 2 years winless. And, you know, this senior group, they really try hard. They play for each other. They just made some small mistakes that ended up costing them large in the end of the game.
You know, look at this team. They was all seniors. Now they have sprinkled in a few for Lammy and Doss and Gonzalez. That's kind of the future of this team coming around the corner.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Ashley's done a great job to build a program here. I mean, if most of y'all out there recall, when they said that Sawyer Klug left this program, there was no talent left. So, I mean, you know, with a playoff year last year and coming close this year, and I'm sure the Knights are going to finish the season strong because that's just how Ashley Robinson coaches. I really do believe he set the foundation for future successful Lady Knight basketball here in the county.
Yeah, some of these ladies, like, you know, Lemero and Durden and some others, you know, they watched Courtney Carpenter play. They watched Caitlin Carpenter play. And they watched Sawyer Klug play. So they had some good tutors and mentors to learn from. And then, of course, Ashley Robinson comes in the mix and really kind of polishes off a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, there's just a few things that we're going to have to do that overall to get the Bremerton High School program back. And I say we because I'm a Knight, class of 92. But I definitely see that the Knights are on the upswing. And just also want to say that the team play of the Lady Trojans just was, you know, really, 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 really good today. I mean, they look great out there, and good luck to them as they continue to make a run representing the Olympic League in the district playoffs.
And it's going to be fun to watch. Hopefully we'll get to cover some of those here as the playoffs loom right around the corner. For Ron Atkins and for the next level, I'm K-Mac reminding you it's still the game, even in winning. Hey, we'll see you Friday and on League Affairs. The Port Townsend Bullies stroll into town as the Knights will look to polish things up on their end and then poised for the final run down the stretch. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Thanks for having me, K-Mac.
Anytime. We'll see you this coming Friday as Port Townsend Redhawks invade Les Thornton Gym. Good night, everybody.
This has been an ISPN